All right, parents, when you're ready, you can get your babies situated either on the mat or keep them in their strollers if they're content in there for the time being. And then we'll circle up around the whiteboard and talk about today's programming. It is Wednesday at 11 a.m. and we have our Diapers and Dumbbells class, which is a class for new parents where they're able to bring their baby and get a workout in. So we have childcare throughout the hour, and we always have a warm-up focused on some postpartum rehab exercises and then some conditioning at the end where they get to sweat a little bit. It's a traumatic experience. The 4th trimester is horrible, but just to have the opportunity to get out of the house and to do this stuff, you want to make sure that they're doing it well and that they're being safe and conservative in what they're doing. Back of the bell touches your shoulder and straight back up. So most of the moms are 6 weeks plus once they get medical clearance from their provider, and most of the babies are anywhere from, we've had 5 weeks all the way up to my daughter's 9 months, and she's usually the one kind of overseeing all of the babies. We start with a warm-up, and that's really focused on engaging the core to get that back and the pelvic floor too, just to bring awareness to those areas. We're also working on strengthening shoulder girdles because as you hold your baby, you tend to get into this position, so we're trying to open all of that up. So we do a lot of, for example, ring rows to get that scapular retraction. So in the warm-up, really focus on pelvic floor, strengthening shoulder girdles. And then for our strength component, today we did deadlifts because as a parent, you have to pick things up from the floor a lot. So we're staying away from more of the dynamic movements, make that available as an option, but doing more static focused work. Probably about 70 to 75%, this is their first endeavor into CrossFit. So we have a lot of new membership from this program and introducing CrossFit to a whole new population. Because you don't want to do anything too complicated because a lot of these people have never done CrossFit before and this is their first introduction to it. So we try and simplify it as much as possible and leave a lot of time for demoing and explanation. We actually had to add a 3rd coach because we've been having double digits come to this class, and we wanted to make sure that we had attention both for the babies and for the parents to make sure that everyone was moving well, you know? So we started this program back in January, and I had Lily in September of last year. One of our other co-coaches is Sasha. She's a certified yoga instructor and a doula, and she's been running a parent-baby yoga class at Park Slope Yoga for the past 20 years. And that was the best hour. I went Tuesday and Thursday, and it was awesome to be able to go someplace where you knew that if you needed to breastfeed, you could. You knew that there were going to be other crying babies, and it was a totally safe space for yourself. So that's what we wanted to bring here too. We definitely want to give these parents an opportunity to sweat a little bit with childcare so they can focus on themselves for the hour, you know? So you have some time for yourself to focus on your own movement and your own health for a little bit, you know?
She's cute, but she doesn't sleep.
You don't
right? You don't sleep. You're lucky you're cute.
That seems to be part of the culture of getting older in this country. You know, retire, less physical activity than when you were even working, and we know that that's the kiss of death. That's the kiss of death for people in their 60s and above. They stop moving. I mean, that old adolescent cliche that you and I have heard many times, use it or lose it, is really true.